When I think back to hanging out at the mall as a kid in the 80s, some of my fondest memories aren't just girls with big hair and the Bo Jackson cross trainers I wore to impress them. It was the sights, the sounds, and of course the smells of the food court. And for many, one nostalgic smell in particular stands out sweeter than the crowd. Cinnamon buns have existed since the 18th century, but they were always just another item in your baker's display case until Cinnabon brought them front and center. This magical creation was born in Washington's SeaTac Mall in 1985. Once that smell hit the mall and the shoppers followed their noses, a franchise was born. So today I'm meeting with co-founder of Cinnabon, Greg Komen. Take me back to the 80s. What was Cinnabon like in the 80s?
This was the genius of my father, Rich Komen. He saw an opportunity in the malls with display baking so that the guests could come and see all of the action going on, from mixing to rolling.
How many versions were created before you arrived at these glorious numbers behind me?
Well, there were hundreds and hundreds trying to get the various textures in dough.
In 1985, hundreds of versions were tested and rejected by the co-founder himself, Rich Komen.
The problem that we were running into was the filling, the cinnamon. That became a very challenging part of the development phase.
Before they settled on their final recipe, the bakers behind Cinnabon soon discovered that all cinnamon was not created equal, and finding the exact one that would set their Cinnabon apart from any and all competition took a lot of testing. To learn more about the secret cinnamon that made Cinnabon a household name, I'm joined by executive chef Jennifer Holwell.
So we're gonna do a little experiment here to show you what it is really doing to the inside of that cinnamon roll.
Okay.
We've got the makara cinnamon versus kind of the grocery store cinnamon, and I will let you take that little spoon. You can stir yours.
Okay, thank you,
I'll
chef.
stir mine. My makara is getting thick, and it's gonna get gooey here.
We just mixed the same amount of water, and it's powder on top still. It has a distinct sludge-like characteristic by comparison to yours.
Yeah, and mine continues to thicken.
When the folks at Cinnabon say makara, what exactly do they mean? While the majority of true cinnamon is found in Sri Lanka, this secret cinnamon comes from the mountains of Indonesia, high in West Sumatra, and was turned into a proprietary blend by Cinnabon called makara. Its high oil content helps give that special consistency and incomparable taste. And the smell was just as irresistible, and good for business, as hungry shoppers in search of the scent found themselves at the Cinnabon counter, ready for a taste.
So that's the magic behind the makara and what makes Cinnabon cinnamon rolls so ooey gooey and delicious inside.
This recipe has not changed since the 80s. All that deliciousness caused the original SeaTac location to explode in 1985. Based off of the simple strength of their classic roll, Cinnabon was able to expand into more than 1,200 bakeries in over 50 countries all over the world today. Cinnabon also realized that free samples kept customers coming back for more. Now that I've learned the secret to their cinnamon, it's time to put it on the dough.
We start the roll by a little fold up on the top. Looking good. Don't be afraid to stretch it. Our guests know it's authentic because they see it being made right in front of them.
Getting to watch these rolls get made front and center is a big part of the draw. Okay. Oh, the smell is insane.
Isn't that beautiful?
Do you have to wait a certain amount of time?
Heck no, you don't have to wait a certain amount of time.
Lordy, lordy.
Let's see. How about this one right here?
Oh.
Watch
Oh, isn't that
that.
a thing
Will
of beauty?
you stop?
Yeah.
Wow. Y'all just better keep rolling. I'm not cutting into a damn thing. Oh my God. As you get towards the center, you get that moist, chewy, gooey pliability that's almost like mochi or cotton candy. But the outside almost is like a brioche. There's like this wonderful chewiness and the makara cinnamon. And then like when you get to the frosting, it's just like kind of unfair. No one element overpowers it, and that's kind of what makes it this iconic Cinnabon. This is how you travel back in time to the 80s. Cinnabon proved that one ingredient can make all the difference, and in their case, it's led to massive success.